Okay, welcome to Classic Wraps. This is in response to Faye Walker for bows for weddings. So I created 3 types of bows. I know that you said that you needed minimal amount of craft supplies or that you may not have. So I tried to make this easy and simple as possible. So the first bow that we're going to start with is our 3-step bow, except it's just doubled on this one. So it's a little more, it looks more intense, but it's actually very simple. So we'll start with that. All you need is scissors, ribbon, and some tape. And of course, if you have double stick tape to put on your imitations, you would need that as well. The first thing we're going to pull out is ribbon. All you need is 32 inches for the set of ribbon. You can cut it at the ends. It doesn't matter how it's cut on the sides because you will cut it nicely toward the end of the bow when you're finished. So you're basically going to just lay out the bow. Sometimes I like to cut the end earlier. So what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll do a slant cut, if you could see that. So you can do it outwards, or you can see here that I did it inwards. Whatever preference that you have, you can put that on your imitation. And then I'm just going to lay it out. So as you can see here, I'm laying out the bow with the ribbon here, and I'm just letting it do its loops automatically. This is one-face satin ribbon, meaning that there's one side that's not satin, which gives it a sturdy hold, and then there's one side that has satin on it, so you still get the shiny, silky effect. And I'm just looping it. You're actually letting it lie down itself, and then as you can see, you have a loop there on both sides. So what I'm going to do now is just take 3.5, actually you can do 2.5 inches of ribbon. You can choose a color. I know that you stated that you wanted different types of pinks with silver, so I tried to give you that look. You're going to take that ribbon and you're basically going to fold it over. Hold it to a pinch so you can tape it at the bottom. And just take a small piece of tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it tight. That part's fine because you will eventually be double sticking it. And you may have excess here, which is fine. This is great because then you can really measure out your ribbon and get the fluff on all of the loops. So as you can see, I'm just playing around with it. You can slide it in and out, back and forth. Once you shape it correctly and you put your fingers in there to keep the loop on, you're done. What's good about this ribbon and this bow is that it can be flattened for your imitations. When you're ready to give them out, you can just basically flip up the loops. And what a nice idea would be to just make sure you secure your bow is to double stick right there on that side, and then that bow, you're done. Okay, our second bow is our minis. I'm just giving you a look here so you would have an idea of how you would do your imitations. We're going to do a mini bow. All you need is one strip of a ribbon. This is about 3.5 to 5 inches. You can choose between those measurements to get that mini bow. I used a stapler for one, and then I used like a double stick tape or the small little glue dots. Take that ribbon. You just need one stick of tape. You're going to fold it over, and you just need to cover it, just barely covering it. You're going to tape it over. Circle here. What you're going to do is just flatten it out. Don't be afraid to put your weight on this ribbon, because you're just going to fold it as if it was a piece of paper. You're going to pinch it like that and then fold it back out. So you should get this look, just like this. Now once you've folded that, you're just going to take some double stick tape. You can either do this with a stapler I usually staple this, but you also want to make sure that's covered as well. So you're going to have to be very handy with the stapler to make sure it's covered and pinched it over. And then you have one of these. Okay, so this is in response to Faye. Once again, this is the third ribbon that I created. I'm not sure if I've ever seen it before, but this would probably be the easiest and my most favorite. I enjoyed doing it. It just came up and I decided to put it together. So I'm just going to get some ribbon for you. As you can see, this ribbon, it's 12 inches. I have it on a sheet of paper in the background. It's a ribbon, but it has this, unique effect to it. I have the edges here cut really neatly on the side. Basically, you're going to take one sheet of ribbon. This is about 16.5 inches. It's a little bit longer than the first one. I'll put that up there. And you're going to take it and you're going to fold it in half. And just press on it. You want to give it a pinch. Again, if you're getting one face satin ribbon, it's going to give a hold of a fold so you know exactly where you had it. If you do 100% satin ribbon, you may not get that effect. That's why I liked one face satin ribbon. And then you have a center there. I do have double stick tape, but I'll just show you, even you can use just regular Scotch tape and just fold it over. Create a little rectangle of tape. I'm literally just going to just center it in the middle. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one, and the idea is just to give the look of a bow. So you're playing around with the ribbon here. You're letting it do its natural state, its little fold and loop, and then when you're ready, you're going to just center it diagonally across the rectangular tape. So as you can see there, I still have some tape left. Half of the rectangle in a diagonal side is still left for me to do the other side. And yet you have this neat loop. And that's it on that side. So then a second, I'm going to do the same exact thing and cover the rest of the tape with the loop. And I'm just making sure I have my loop on the side right there. And why I crossed that, I made sure that they were pretty even. Now, if they're not even, that is okay, because what we will do is just cut the, I like to call them triangles, shape of a triangle to give you that nice effect for the ends. So now I'm actually going to cut those sides. My way is to fold it in half, and it's like you're cutting a side of a triangle. And fold the other side. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you still get the triangle. So on the left side, obviously, I'm not going to cut the same way. I'm going to cut the opposite side to give that triangle look. And there's your bow. It's very unique. I love the effect. You can use this in different sizes of ribbon. Of course, the measurements will probably still be the same, maybe a bit smaller. You may get a 1/2 inch or less than 1 1/4 inch of ribbon, depending on how skinny of the width that you want this to be. But you have 3 choices of ribbons that you can use. I hope your wedding goes great. And if you have any questions, just contact me directly. To the rest of the viewers, thank you for watching, and stay inspired.